Good evening, my friends. Tonight we'll listen to our monthly focus, and the title is The Remarkable Life of John Marrant. John Marrant was born June 15th, 1755, and his father passed away when he was around 4. And he started his life quite earlier. He decided to become a musician, and he played violin and French horn. And one day, as he prospered, really, he was very, very good at playing music. He made good money very young, and then he was really living a life that was not really straight. And one day, he was attracted by the lights in a room. He wanted to know what was going on there. So he went there and he wanted to go ahead and play for them. It was a missionary who was there, George Whitefield. And as he walked in with that intention of distracting them, the preacher just starting to speak, and then he was really struck by the powerful word, as he said himself. John Marrant said that the words were so powerful that he was really prevented from listening even to the rest of the message. So after that, the preacher prayed for him. Nothing happened. They took him to his sister's house. Physicians went there, doctors went to treat him, but he didn't want to take the treatment. And the judge Whitefield went there to see him, to pray for him. The first time, the second time, even asked him, "How are you feeling?" He said, "Well." The third time, he said, "Well, do you want to kill me or what?" Because there was no change at all. But Judge Whitefield insisted in praying, and then he got healed. After his healing, something unusual happened to John. He felt like praying all the time. He prayed before he eats, pray before. Before doing everything, he felt like praying, but the people he lived with did not like it at all. So that's why he left his sister's house and went to his mother's house, and there also they did not like what he was doing, and he decided to leave his mother. So he left his siblings and his mom and was just wandering. As he was wandering, it was so dangerous for him because there were wolves there. Some wolves there. So what he'll do sometimes is go ahead and spend the night in the trees, and in the morning he'll go down and praying all the time. He prayed for his provision. He prayed for his protection. But he always was protected. He was happy to eat deer grass and to drink the dew that you can find on the leaves. And sometimes, like one day, he explained that he saw the pigs drinking somewhere. He drank after them. And one day also, as he was walking, he realized that there was a bear on his left and another bear on his right. But he crossed, and they just looked at him. Nothing happened to him. So one day he saw a hunter who was there. He was an Indian hunter who saw him, and he approached him. He said, "But how is it that you are so young and you live here by yourself? How is it that you can live every day? How is it? Explain that to me." Because John Marrant was speaking to himself, and the hunter heard him say that, and he asked him how he was living. So he told him that he was with Jesus. Jesus provided for him, and he said, "But I don't see him. Where is he?" Of course, he didn't see him, and that was something that was not easy for the Indian. So the Indian told him, "Okay, I'll take you back to where you came from," because he told him that you are 55 miles from your home. I know your mom, I know your sister. And then, of course, John Marrant realized that, yes, he knew them, but he did not want to go back. So he stayed with the Cherokee hunter. He stayed there until the end of the hunting season. And then the Indian told him, "Okay, let's go to the city of the Indians." So he did not want to go with the Indian. The Indian insisted. So they went. And then, of course, as he spoke some Indian, because he spent time with that Indian hunter, when he got there, he was arrested because the law was clear that as he was not an Indian, he was not allowed to live there. So he was supposed to be executed. So there was a judge. The judge already made the decision. And then the executioner just went away, and he went ahead and explained to John what was going to happen to him, how he was going to be executed. It was cruel, and he was so hard on him, and they kept him in a dungeon there. And at night, what he did was just praying and praying and praying. In the morning, the time came for him to be executed. They took him, and as he was about to be executed, he asked if he could pray. they gave him permission to pray. So he prayed in English, and then he also prayed in Indian. And when he prayed in the language, the executioner was really struck by the prayer. And he told him, no, 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 we can't execute you. You need to be seen by the king. So he took him to the king. While he was going to the king, he had to pass by the judge, and the judge was surprised that John was not dead yet. But the executioner explained that it was important for the king to see him before his execution. So they went and they saw the king. The king also was struck by the prayer of John, so he became a believer like John. And after that, of course, John had to go back where he came from. And as he was going back, he went to to a house where he was supposed to be. He needed some. He wanted to stop there to eat some before he continues his way. So he asked the guy if he knew Mrs. Marrant, and he knew that that young man went to school with him. John recognized him, but he did not recognize John. And the lady said, yes, Mrs. Marrant was doing well, his children were fine, but one of the children was killed. And then John asked, how do you know that he was killed? And then the young man said that, yeah, that we went to look for him with his uncle, and we found his corpse, and we went and we buried his corpse because he was killed by an animal. John was so really shaken by what he heard. And after that, John went and went at his uncle's house, but his uncle didn't recognize him because he looked like an Indian, so he had nothing to do with that guy. So after that, John went to his mom's house and his mother's house over there. Nobody recognized him but his sister, who knew who he was. And after that, of course, they reconciled. It was a joy for him to be accepted now that he went back home. They knew that he was John. So he was accepted as he went back, thanks to his sister who recognized him. So that's the end of our focus. That's the remarkable life of John Marrant. And he was born June 15th, 1755, and then he passed away in April the 15th, 1791. Of course, the story is the remarkable life of John Marrant. I will see you next month. You have a good one. Bye-bye.